Last time we took a look at offensive awareness, and this time we're going to move around to the other side of the puck. Today, we're going to be testing out 36 overall versus 99 overall defensive awareness with the Nashville Predators. Hey guys, what is going on today? Bojo here doing another one of our stat tests today in a simulation video. If you guys missed the last video, like I said at the beginning, where we tested out offensive awareness, 36 overall versus 99 overall offensive awareness, with all the rest of the stats being 85 overall, make sure you guys go down below, check out the link in the description, and see how those players did with the Washington Capitals being paired up with Nicholas Backstrom and Alexander Ovechkin. But today, we're going to test out two new players. One guy with 36 overall defensive awareness and one guy with 99 overall defensive awareness, and putting them on arguably one of the best defensive teams in the NHL right now, the Nashville Predators. So if you guys wouldn't mind, make sure to go leave a like down below, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, make sure you hit the bell so that you're notified of all the new videos that come out right now. But let's take a look at who we're going to be starting off with in our simulation. Alright, so obviously this is what the Nashville Predators lineup is going to be. Best lines on offense, not going to touch that whatsoever. But as we move to the defense, this is where it's going to get interesting. So once again, we have high awareness and the other guy will be low awareness. Kept all the stats at 85 once again. He's technically considered a top 2 defenseman, which is really, really nice to see. I didn't touch faceoffs. I didn't want to bring the faceoffs up to 85. Doesn't really matter for a defenseman anyway. But he has 99 defensive awareness and a 5-star defensive category. Now, unlike the test that we did with offensive awareness, where we gave that guy first line time and power play time, this time we're going to give him first line minutes with the first defensive pair, and we're also going to give him the penalty kill time, first pair on the penalty kill. So we're going to give him the penalty kill right there and penalty kill number 3. So we're not going to give him any power play time. We're only going to give him penalty kill time because we made him a defensive defenseman. Okay, so I just wanted to simulate the first game through this season to show you guys exactly what we're going to be in particularly looking for with the stats of this Nashville Predators squad. So let's go to the defenseman real quick, and we're going to be taking a look at individual stats. Obviously, we're going to be looking at goals and assists and points, but plus minus is going to be a huge thing out there to see how often that player is out there on the ice when goals are scored. So if he has good defensive awareness, he's going to keep the pucks out of the net, and his plus minus should be very, very good. Penalty minutes. Defensive awareness is going to take more penalties out there than anybody else because he's not really sure or aware where the other team is going to be. Power play goals, power play points, we don't really need to do any of that because he's not going to be on the power play. Shorthanded points, maybe he can get some shorthanded points in there. Game winning goals, I doubt. Shots, I don't really think he's going to be taking shots all too much. Shooting percentage doesn't really matter. Time on the ice would be interesting to see as well. Even though he's going to get top line minutes, it'd be interesting to see if the lower defensive awareness a person has, maybe they want him out less on the ice. So that's going to be something to definitely take a look at. Minutes played, it's pretty much the same thing. Faceless 1, we don't need that. Hits, that's obviously going to be a very, very good stat to look at. Hits and blocked shots. Giveaways is also going to be a very, very huge stat with defensive awareness. If we have the puck and we're trying to break it out of the zone, who knows how many times he may or may not turn the puck over depending on his defensive awareness category. Same thing with takeaways. Having a good defensive awareness will allow you to take the puck away from the opposing player. Take a look at his overall. He's 89 overall, defensive defenseman, 99 defensive awareness. All the rest of the stats are 85. Once again, guys, let me know if you think 85 is a little bit too high or too low. I think it's a healthy medium for these tests here for what we're doing on the low and the high end of the spectrum. But without further ado, let's go to the end of this first season and let's see how the team is going to do with a 99 overall defensive awareness category with a defenseman. Okay guys, so after the first season simulation here with our high awareness player, Nashville ended up 42, 31 and 9, 93 points, good enough for tied for second place in the Central Division right here. So the Central Division was actually a really good competitive division this year, and they definitely stayed close with the pack. Alright, so let's take a look at this player's individual stats. As you guys can see, 8 goals and 8 assists for 16 points, a +8 on the year, which is okay. 38 penalty minutes, which is kind of normal. Roman Josi and Ryan Ellis also had the same amount of penalty minutes on the team this year. No power play goals, no power play assists, no shorthanded goals, no shorthanded points. Had 1 game-winning goal. Took 28 shots on net, so 3% shooting percentage, which is fine. Time on the ice per game is 23 minutes 56 seconds, so roughly around 24 minutes per game he's playing out there on the ice. Definitely worth getting out there. He's definitely a trooper, only right behind Roman Josi. Let's see what else. 118 hits, 112 block shots, which is third on the team. Josi and Ellis up there as well. 78 giveaways. So even with 99 defensive awareness, he still ended up having the second most giveaways on the team, right behind Alexei Emlin, who's a 79 overall, and his defensive awareness is only at 84. So interesting, 78 giveaways for this player right here, 27 takeaways. So he had almost the most amount of giveaways, and he was not taking the puck away as much as I would like to have seen. 2 fights on the year, and that is about it. I thought it would also be good to take a quick look at the goalie stats on the year, just to look at their save percentages and shutouts and goals against averages. So Rene and Saros, .924 and .911. Goals against averages is 2.28, 2.61. Not the greatest years from those tendies for sure, but 36, 25, and 8, 6, 6, and 1 are their records. Central Division is a tough division. Not gonna lie, especially in this game and simulation wise, it's always a very, very tough division to play in. But still, I want to go take a look at the team stats now and see if there's anything we could actually gauge from there as well. Alright, so I might as well just take a look at this section here, just regarding our specific team. So goals for, we should really just be looking at goals against per game pretty much. So 2.41 goals against average, which was second in the division, which is not bad. Let's see, power play percentages, we don't know. Shorthanded goals against, so 4 shorthanded goals against. The penalty kill is a little bit concerning though. They finished with a 77.7% penalty kill, second worst in the division. I wonder how that actually compares to the entire NHL, which is not great, and 3 shorthanded goals for. The penalty kill was a little bit concerning to me. I really thought that having that top-notch player would have really helped this team have a fantastic penalty kill. Where did the penalty kill rank on the team? They were definitely down near the bottom. Not bottom 5, but bottom 10. Time shorthanded, 251, which was the second most in the NHL. So they took a lot of penalties, did the team this year. And when they had to go on to the penalty kill, it didn't look like they were keeping the puck out of the net all too much. Alright, and then pretty much playoff stats really don't mean all too anything significant in this series, all too crazy. So we'll see if we get knocked down in round number 1. Hey, we get swept by the Colorado Avs in round number 1. Alright guys, so we started up our new season here with the Nashville Predators. Same setup. This time we got low awareness joining the team. And look how severe of an overall dip this player has when you just completely wipe his defensive category. As a defensive defenseman, going from 99 to 36 just in that category alone has dropped his overall all the way from 89 to 54. He lost 35 overall points just from going from a 99 to 36. All the rest of his stats are still 85, shot blocking and stick checking, but defense awareness at 36 is brutal for this guy. Let's get simulating with this team, and let me know, you guys, down below what your predictions are going to be with this player in the lineup. Do you think they're going to do better? Think they're going to do roughly around the same? Or do you think they're actually going to be absolutely terrible? Let's find out. Alright, so we got some very, very interesting results. The team finished roughly exactly the same. 40, 31, and 11, 91 points this time around, so only 2 points less than last time. They finished 4th in the division this time around, but ended up still making the playoffs with a wild card berth. Okay, so we have entered Bizarro World once again. He ended up getting more points than the defensive defenseman. 11 goals, 12 assists for 23 points. So I believe he only had 16, so he got 23, 7 more points. His plus minus definitely hurt though, as you guys can see. The high awareness guy had much better plus minus. He had a minus 15 on the year. Penalty minutes, up there in penalty minutes, 40 roughly up there, but he still stayed the same with at least 2 other players on the team, but he did lead the team in penalty minutes. Power play points, like I said, we don't need that. He got a shorthanded goal, which is nice. Okay, he had 300 shots on the year, so 3.7 save percentage. Roughly around the same amount of time on the ice, around that 24 minutes per game being played. Let's see, he had 137 hits, 99 block shots, 73 giveaways, which was, I think, roughly around the exact same. Yeah, the giveaways and the takeaways, I feel, were right around the same, 73 and 35. I think it was like 77 and 30 something for takeaways, the exact same. So that's very, very interesting to see there. The block shots and the hits, I think, are roughly around the same too. Yeah, it's that's really interesting to notice that. So he got more points. His plus minus was worse, but I'm pretty sure that like everything else regarding like giveaways and takeaways and things like that in the defensive side of the puck, they seemed relatively the same. Actually, let me check out the goalie stats on the years first as well. Yeah, their goals against averages were a little bit more elevated. Their save percentages weren't. I think Rene's was a little bit better, I think. Yeah, I think Rene had a little bit better save percentage this time around than last time. Saros had a winning record this time as well. His save percentage was down. And I do think their goals against averages were a little bit more up there. They didn't get as many shutouts either. So yeah, definitely the goaltender's stats were affected by this player for sure. Alright, and now if we look at our individual stats, goals against per game was 2.60, which is 4th in the division, so it wasn't as good goals against per game, which is definitely understandable. That's definitely to take into account. Power play percentage, like I said, we don't really need that. Penalty kill percentage was at an 84.5%, which was best in the division, and as for the entire league, it was 3rd best in the NHL. This game is very, very weird sometimes. It is very, very weird. When you put a guy with 99 defensive awareness on the penalty kill, the team was bottom 10. But when you throw a guy on there with 36 defensive awareness, the Predators end up top 3 in the NHL for penalty kill percentage. Alright, and once again, we don't really care about the playoffs all too much, and hey, we get swept again! Boom, boom, boom. So that'll do it, guys, for our test here on defensive awareness. Very, very interesting results, as you guys could tell. Through the regular season, no matter who we had in there, the records ended up relatively the same. Same result in the playoffs as well, a first-round exit. Looking at their individual stats, one guy got less points, one guy got more points, but regarding their defensive stats, when it goes to like block shots, penalty minutes, takeaways, giveaways, they were roughly the same as well, no matter what defensive awareness category they might have had. The only thing that was relatively different was their plus minuses, and you guys could definitely tell that there was a significant increase and decrease in the plus minuses of those players. But the one thing that was very interesting was that we had a better penalty kill percentage and a more disciplined team when we had the player with low defensive awareness on the team rather than the guy with high defensive awareness, and that caused our penalty kill and our discipline to pretty much go to the bottom of the NHL, when with the lower stat we rose to the top of the NHL in penalty kill. So that was a very, very weird result, to say the least. So as you guys can see, there really is a result when you adjust certain individual stats in this game. It wasn't as big of a lopsided difference as we did with the offensive awareness stat, but still you can see subtle differences here and there with the defensive awareness stat in there. It does make sense to me, in all honesty, that the team was more disciplined and had a better penalty kill percentage with a guy with worse defensive awareness out there on the ice, when all of his individual stats roughly stayed the same, and the team had a very similar record But that's just the way NHL's 18's simulation runs sometimes. So thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe as always. What stat are we doing next time? I saw a lot of good suggestions in the previous video. Should we hit on poise? I know for a damn well, poise has a very, very interesting effect on the way teams simulate in this game, especially once the trade deadline goes here. So we could take a look at poise if we wanted to. We could also take a look at any other individual stats out there, shooting categories, durability. We maybe have to turn on injuries on and things like that. Any other stat you guys would like me to take a look at, or making a player with certain individual stats. Once again, leave anything you guys have down below. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Peace.